Queen. Kind of magic. It's BBC Radio Sheffield at 10 to 9. Now then, a story of two best friends from South Yorkshire who are planning to drive to the other side of the world next month. Richard Puhalka and his mate Andrzej Stajek have signed up for the Mongol Rally. They hope to complete the 10,000 miles in, get this, a 1-litre Nissan Micra. I spoke to Richard earlier.
Basically, that's it sounds. Me and my mate both graduated from the university last year. We both took a year out, both completed the ski season, and before we went on our ski season, we just talked about what we wanted to do after. So we sat in the pub having a pint, and we sort of think of the idea of driving to Africa in some sort of fashion, but that ended up colliding dates with our ski season, so we thought we'll have a look on the internet and see what we can find. And it just so works out that this Mongol Rally landed quite nicely just after our ski season, just to prepare and drive to Mongolia, and it just works out it's even better. It's all for charity. So that's basically how we managed to get where we are now.
No, I've already said you're going in a 1-litre Nissan Micra. Now, I've not been behind a Nissan Micra on the road that goes above 30 mile an hour. So how confident are you going to be that this can get you to the other side of the world?
Well, this is the problem. I think only 40% of the cars that enter the rally make it. So this is why we're sort of in this position now. We're sort of... I'm very confident. I mean, me and my friend Andrew have got no idea how to fix cars, to be honest with you. But we're hoping for a little bit of lady luck. We just bought it, so we're going to get it serviced. Our dads are quite mechanically gifted, so they're going to have a look over it and make sure we're all set and ready to go, make sure the oils are good and bits and bobs like that.
How much planning has gone into this then for the route?
Well, for the route, the route is basically through Eastern Europe, through Russia, going down into Kazakhstan, down the Caspian Sea, maybe visit the Aral Sea, into Turkmenistan, through Uzbekistan, back into Kazakhstan, then pop back into Russia and then enter Mongolia through Russia. But there's sort of a little bit of leeway on where we're going to be at different times, just because of we're 100% we're going to break down. So it just depends on what the roads are saying. We're going to be driving on roads. We're going 10,000 miles, and only 2,000 miles of that is on what we'd call road. So I'm sure you're aware of what the potholes are like in Sheffield.
Yeah, absolutely. How much has this car cost you, Richard?
This car's cost us just over £1,000.
Right.
We managed to get a very good deal. I mean, the people we bought it off are really, really helpful in knowing that we were doing it for charity. So it's coming out of our own pocket. So they really did a nice deal. And what charity are you raising money for? We're raising money for the Christina Noble Children's Foundation, which is a charity in Mongolia. It's also in Vietnam, but it basically helps underprivileged children sort of maximise life potential, gives them sort of education, basic care, things like that. So it's a really, really good charity.
And do you know roughly how long it's going to take? Yeah, I know you're going to, as you say, you're going to account for breakdowns and a little bit of leeway here and there, but overall, how long do you think it'll take?
Well, we booked our flight for 7 weeks from the date we leave, so the rally should take between 4 and 6 weeks. So yeah, there is a 2-3 week
recovery period.
Where we might get there in 4 weeks. We might get 6 weeks and 6 days, hopefully.
And what about the safety? I mean, do you get some backup as you go along the route?
There's no backup. There's no supply cars. There's no nothing. All we've got is our hands and a little bit of common sense, and hopefully some help from locals and other ralliers that are going to sort of get us along our way.
Well, listen, we'll probably keep in touch with you along the way and see how you're getting on. When do you leave?
We're leaving on the 23rd of July from Goodwood Race Circuit, so we'll be leaving Sheffield either on the 22nd in the evening or early morning 23rd.
And how can people sponsor you?
They can sponsor us online on our website, which is Well and Truly Batard, as we're driving to Ulaanbaatar.
I see.
That's spelled well and then just an N, truly, and Batard is BAATARED.co.uk. You can also follow us on Twitter, which is at capital W, little n, capital T, capital B, AATARED. So once Batard. So we'll be tweeting along our way. We're tweeting at the moment, so more the merrier, really. And you can also donate money on our Just Giving site, which is, there's a link for that on our website, and there's some opportunity if any sort of businesses or companies or people could help us out by chucking in some free gear, or if they'd like to sponsor the car even, we've got space on the car to sponsor. We're going to plaster it full of, hopefully, local businesses and get Sheffield behind us and make them proud and get there.
That's Richard Pahalka, who, along with his mate, is going to be trekking across the Mongol Rally in a £1,000 1-litre Nissan Micra. Of course they'll do it. They'll be fine. They'll be all right. They won't break down once. They'll be all right. Yeah, we'll try and catch up with them somewhere along that route and see how they get on. Right, it's BBC Radio Sheffield travel and news coming up, and then Paula Edwards.